Hi there. Welcome to Craft with Kathie. Anyway, I have an interesting project tonight that can be done a couple different ways, and I'm going to show you a little bit about it. These are our classic snowflakes. Let me open them up. And we also have our classic snowflakes in chalkable chips. And if you're not familiar with our chalkable chips, they're actually kind of like our round chalkable chips. Or I should say these are chalkable shapes because they're not our chips anymore. Anyway, they can be chalked on, and when you're done using them, if you don't like the color, if you made a little oops or whatever else, you could wash them off just like chalkboard, because in essence, they're made out of chalkboard. Let me get these out of the package here. Anyway, you could use these lots of different ways. You can actually put them on a garland. You can add a little bit of twine or yarn or string or whatever and hang them from your curtain rod and just let them kind of like twist and dangle in the sunlight. And you could put them on a keychain. You could do lots of different things with them, and I'm sure that you could come up with some good ideas yourself. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. Drop me a line and let me know where you're viewing from. And this is the coordinating transfer. If you're not familiar with our transfers, think of it as a stencil on steroids. It's adhesive backed, reusable, washable, reusable 8 to 12 times or more, and very, very easy to use. Now I'm going to use a couple different colors of chalk paste. This project is actually ideal if you have little ones and you're looking for something to occupy them on a snow day or when they're off for Christmas vacation or whatever else, or just as a family project. Make it a tradition. I know someone in our group had posted that they really missed painting their windows. They used to do it when they were younger, and their mom had somewhat of an artistic flair, and she would let the kids just go crazy doing whatever they wanted, and she would paint the scene, and they would do snowflakes and everything. And I thought, how cool is that? Which gave me this idea. Basically, you can let the little ones, and they don't have to be real little, they could be teenagers too, use these snowflakes to put a pattern of snowflakes on your window. And then you could actually use our little chalkable shapes here to add a little additional interest and just dangle them from the curtain rod. Just some ideas. So I'm going to show you how to do our snowflakes on our chalkable chips. They also can be done on chalkboard, wood, metal, mirror, glass. If you're doing them on chalkboard, metal, mirror, glass, you can erase it and use them over. If you do them on wood, most likely the pigmentation from our chalk paste will seep into the wood, and then you won't be able to wash it all off and and get a clear image or whatever, because wood is porous and it'll absorb the chalk paste pigments. Can't talk tonight. Anyway, I'm going to start with this little one, and I'm going to show you how to do it on the chalkable shapes, and I'm going to show you how to do it on glass. Now, I can't exactly stand in front of a window and show you, but I will actually show you how to do it on glass. I am fuzzing my transfer on my fuzzing cloth, which means I'm putting a little bit of lint on it deliberately so that the back is not quite as sticky as it would be otherwise. And I'm going to lay this down on the chalkable chip. And has anyone noticed that our transfers are, oh, I don't want to say thought I had them in order. Obviously, I did not. Okay, let me get this more where you can see it. It's funny, try and put it on the wrong shape. Of course, it's not going to work. Okay, whoops. And I've taken a few different color chalk pastes out. Obviously, doing white on top of white wouldn't get me anywhere. Yeah, I might be a little thick. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of paste. Because I'm doing this on a shape, I'm going to hold it down and turn it, because otherwise it might skate away from me here. So doing this is as simple as it looks. Seriously. And if you think your kids might not be into it, hang on tight for the peel and reveal. Because there's nothing like that sense of wonder when somebody looks at what they've just accomplished and is proud and excited about what they just did. It's one of the things that make it so rewarding. Okay, got the paste smoothed over with a little squeegee. I've got a little detail tool you could use. I don't know what you could use, something pointy, even a skewer or whatever. I'm going to hold down my chocolate chip as I lift this off. Ta-da! Easy and simple, right? Look at that beauty. Let me grab another. Remember to fuzz your transfer. If you do not have a fuzzing cloth, use a towel or a sweater or a pair of jeans. Just anything that's going to have a little bit of lint to temporarily reduce the stickiness of your transfer. Now, when you clean your transfer, you will clean the front and the back, and you will remove that lint. So basically you rejuvenate the adhesive when you remove the lint so that it's ready for the next time you use it. I'm just applying the transfer to the shape, smoothing it down, making sure there aren't any air bubbles. Applying the paste, smoothing the paste over the silkscreen portion of the transfer, removing any lines and any excess paste, and putting the excess paste back into the jar. Then it's peel and reveal time. Our chalkable snowflakes are on sale right now for $5 for 6 snowflakes. And we have 10% off the entire website until November 30th. So technically they're $4.50 for 6 pieces. How cool is that? Hurry on over. And this is deliberately distressed. So it gives that little distressed look to it. Isn't that pretty? How simple, right? And just imagine these dangling from a nice little silver cord or a gold cord. Wouldn't that be pretty? Okay, so you get the general idea of these. I'm not going to string them up tonight. I mean, you could kind of see how that will work. I want to show you how to... I need another squeegee. How to actually apply them to glass. And the logic works the same for any type of glass or a window. The only thing is glass is very, very smooth, so it's a little bit different from what you would normally do on like a chalkable chip or whatever. Let me clean the paste off of there. I have multiple messy squeegees here. Hang on. The glass is very smooth, and because it's very, very smooth, our transfers will stick to it very, very tightly. That's why we actually fuzz. So whenever you're going to apply a transfer to glass, be it a window or any other type of glass, you always want to fuzz that transfer quite a bit, almost to the point where it doesn't feel like it's sticky. Okay, I'm not getting that clean. Let me grab this one. Because you don't want it to stick on the glass. You don't want to have a problem lifting it, and you don't want to have to tug and pull at it. Obviously, once you put it to the glass, apply your chalk paste and remove. Leave it sit on the glass for as short a period of time as possible. So let me show you how this would work. And then I've got a little trick or a little hint that I think is really, really cool for giving an etched glass look to your windows. You actually can use etching paste with our transfers. And we have the Armor Etch on our website that's available. And it works great. It's my favorite type of etching cream. However, it is permanent and it does etch into the surface. What if you only want to put snowflakes on your window for the winter season and you want them off for spring? You would not want to use something like Armor Etch. Now I'm going to put this on glass, so I'm going to fuzz it more than my normal 3 times. Maybe I'll do it 6 times. Seems like it has a fair amount of stick to it yet. So you want it to be not so sticky when you apply it to the glass, because you don't want it to be a struggle to pull it off of the glass. Okay, so, oops, what if I fuzzed it maybe 9 times? I have this little glass here, and I'm going to put the snowflake on my glass. Oh, it's not going to quite fit real well, is it, because of the lip? Well, let's see. I'm going to put it on anyway. We'll just kind of get it right down to the lip of the glass. Okay. So if I wanted this permanent, I would use the Armor Etch. But if I'm doing this on my windows, I wouldn't want to use the Armor Etch. Now you want to make sure there's no air bubble in there, and I had a little air bubble, probably because of what I'm running into with the ridge here. Okay, so if I wanted this permanent, I would use Armor Etch, but let's pretend it's my window pane where I would not want to use Armor Etch. I'm going to use our Shimmer Frost paste, which is white with a little bit of shimmer. Now watch what happens. I'm going to apply it to my transfer, much as me applying it to the chalkable chip or to a chalkboard or to wood or anything else. I'm having a little problem getting into that little area on the bottom here, so it might not be absolutely perfect here. And I'm going to apply it over all my silk screen. Now just imagine the kiddos standing at the window and applying this to your window. Okay, then you want to smooth it over and remove any excess chalk paste. Put the excess chalk paste back into your jar. You don't want to waste it. And then I'm going to lift this up. Now it's sticking pretty snugly because it's glass. Whoops. And it is the frost, so think of any of our shimmers take about 8 minutes to dry, whereas our normal paste dries in about 5 minutes. I do have a little smudge here. I'm not going to clean it up right now. When you're doing it on glass, or I have another smudge there, right? Actually, when this dries, I could just rub it off with my finger. When you're doing it on glass, you could actually use like a detail tool like this to gently scrape. It won't actually scrape your glass. It's not that sharp. But once this dries, I could go back in there and gently just kind of scrape at it and remove that little smudge that I have there. But the beauty of using the Shimmer Frost is it actually looks like etched glass, but I could wash it off when I'm done with it. So if you use the Shimmer Frost on your window panes or on your windows, you could put a beautiful glittering, there's a little bit of shimmer and shine in there, a little bit of glitter, image on your window, and then once winter's over, spritz it with a little bit of water and wash it off. If you want, you could use our little paste scraper on your window to make it a little bit quicker, and you could either use that before you spritz it with water or after. And the perfect thing for actually getting the rest of it off is our little board erasers. The little sponge things work great for taking any residual paste off. But look at how simple and easy that was. Here's our little snowflakes. This is almost dry. It's a little bit shiny yet. You can still see that it's still a little wet. On our chalkable shapes, our snowflake shapes. And here it is on glass. Now, wouldn't it be pretty to do them on glass, a variety of the snowflakes? Remember, there's 6 different images here. A variety of the snowflakes on your window, and then dangle a couple of the chips in the background, maybe in a different color, maybe in silver, maybe in this, I think I used Duchess blue here, or maybe colonial blue, or possibly ocean mist. You could do it however you want. I mean, you could actually put the colored paste on your windows too if you wanted to, instead of the shimmer frost. But I kind of like the idea of using the shimmer frost because it actually looks like it's etched. Now, I wouldn't serve anybody this glass, even though once it's dry, you're going to have to scrape it or scrub it to wash it off. But I wouldn't have some drink out of this. If it was something, if I'm going to do it on something that someone is going to drink out of, I would actually use the armor etch and make it permanent, because I wouldn't want anybody's lips touching the chalk paste, if that makes any sense. Thank you for joining me tonight. Like I said, I think this is an ideal, a little project for the kids. And if you have any questions or you'd like information, just comment snowflake and I will get back to you. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me this evening. I surely do appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you soon.